17 AD, under Emperor Trajan, the Roman Empire reached the height of its power. From the windswept shores of Britain to the sands of Arabia, from the Atlantic Ocean to the Euphrates River, Rome ruled it all. It covered 5 million square kilometers. If you traveled across more than 40 modern countries, from Portugal to Egypt, you'd still be inside the same empire. Rome wasn't just a city. It was the heart of the known world. A civilization so vast, so organized, that in many ways, it was more connected than the world we live in today. At its peak, the Roman Empire was home to over 70 million people, about 1/4 of the planet's population at the time. All governed by the same laws, the same coin, and the same symbol, the Roman eagle. Romans didn't just conquer by sword, they conquered by infrastructure, law, and citizenship. A Greek philosopher, a Spanish farmer, and an Egyptian merchant could all call themselves Roman citizens. Sound familiar? A multicultural empire united by trade, law, and shared values, almost like the European Union, but 2,000 years earlier. And with legions instead of parliaments. At its peak, the Roman Empire was home to over 70 million people, about 1/4 of the planet's population at the time. All governed by the same laws, the same coin, and the same symbol, the Roman eagle. Romans didn't just conquer by sword, they conquered by infrastructure, law, and citizenship. A Greek philosopher, a Spanish farmer, and an Egyptian merchant could all call themselves Roman citizens. Sound familiar? A multicultural empire united by trade, law, and shared values, almost like the European Union, but 2,000 years earlier. And with legions instead of parliaments. The greatness of Rome wasn't just in its armies, it was in its architecture. Every monument was a message, we are eternal. The Colosseum, seating over 50,000 spectators, was the ancient world's version of a modern sports stadium. The Pantheon, with its perfect concrete dome, still holds the record for the world's largest unreinforced dome, nearly 2,000 years later. And the aqueducts, masterpieces of hydraulic engineering, carried clean water to millions of citizens. Indoor plumbing, public baths, even heated floors. Things Europe wouldn't rediscover until 1,000 years after Rome fell. Next time you take a hot shower or drive down a highway, remember, you're using ideas the Romans had first. Rome was the economic heart of the ancient world. Goods flowed from 3 continents, Africa, Europe, and Asia, into its bustling markets. Their currency, the denarius, was accepted across thousands of kilometers, much like the US dollar today. From the port of Ostia near Rome to Alexandria in Egypt and Antioch in Syria, ships came and went every hour, carrying grain, glass, silk, and spices. Trade reached as far as India and China through overland and sea routes, the Roman version of globalization. A drought in Egypt could cause a bread crisis in Rome itself, an early example of how interconnected the ancient economy already was. Imagine the Roman Empire as the first true world market, powered not by machines, but by ambition and organization. How do you govern 70 million people spread over 3 continents? Rome's answer: law, discipline, and bureaucracy. The emperor stood at the top, but the empire was run by thousands of officials, governors, tax collectors, engineers, judges, all bound by Roman law. That law, the Lex Romana, would outlive the empire itself. It became the foundation for European legal systems and even influenced American constitutional principles. You've probably heard the phrase, innocent until proven guilty. That's not modern, it's Roman. When you walk into a courtroom today, you're walking in the shadow of Rome. No empire survives without strength, and Rome's strength was legendary. into legions, each a masterpiece of discipline and organization. The legionary infantry was the backbone, armed with the gladius short sword and a massive rectangular shield. The cavalry provided speed and flanking power, while the navy ruled the Mediterranean, ensuring supplies and trade could flow safely. The Roman army wasn't just a force of destruction, it was a force of construction. They built roads, forts, and cities wherever they went. Every step they took literally expanded civilization's reach. If NATO had existed 2,000 years ago, it would have spoken Latin.
"15 centuries after its fall, the Roman Empire still shapes our world. Its language lives on in over 60% of modern English words. Its architecture defines our capitals and cathedrals. Its laws govern our courts. Its ideas of citizenship, order, and empire still echo in every nation that dreams of greatness. Rome may have fallen, but its spirit endures in our cities, our systems, and our imagination. So the next time you stand before the Colosseum or drive down the Via Appia, remember, you're not just walking through ruins, you're walking through the heart of a world that refuses to die. Roma Eterna, the eternal city still lives. If you were amazed by Rome at its height, stay tuned for the next chapter, the fall